Hello everyone. I've never made a video like this before because I've never had to. Never really had to talk about anything. I've never had to use the small platform that I have to announce and do anything like that. But I'm gonna try and leave this just unedited, uncut. I want to talk about Bubble Studios and what happened. I guess about a month ago. It would have been early October. We purged the server. We kicked everyone out and kind of been dormant. We shut down everything. And we had to because I can't figure out a way to lead people and lead the server in a way that it'll survive. The way I do things almost always results in something being shut down or something failing. Or the big thing is that I'm never happy with what I'm producing. Whether it be me working with Carter, me working with Zyoma, or my own brother, Asian JF. A lot of the times, I'm never happy with what we're doing. And I should just learn how to do a bunch of things myself, so that's not an issue. But I simply don't have time. I don't have time. With the demands of players, what they want, if we want to deliver games to them, deliver products, it's always going to be kind of rushed because that's just how we work. If I sat down and I tried working, learning everything about the studio by myself, try to work it in with my own schedule in real life, it would be a pain. I just can't do that. I can't sacrifice my time to do that. And that's another thing. I know people have asked me before what happened to Carter and what, he went on to make FRE, Formula Racing Experience, by himself. And I believe maybe one other person, I'm not even sure. We had a falling out because I rushed him. I was a terrible manager. He would do the scripting for me. See, I do building and setups and stuff like that. I don't do suspension, chassis. I'm just tank. I'm tank. I'm a tank guy. I've always been tank. And I do track building, track detailing. I'm not a scripter. The scripting I do is so simple that probably a 5-year-old could do it. I just don't script. Carter's my scripter, and I paid him for a long time to do those. And eventually, it got to a point where I would rush him to stay up late, and I think I believe I got him in trouble a couple times. Him staying up late and him not being allowed on his devices late, he would get in trouble with his parents and be off for a while. So that's my fault. I couldn't manage him, and so he left. But I was so I didn't realize how bad of a working environment I had made until a couple weeks ago, when I finally looked back and I realized the terrible things I was doing and how I was running things. It just hadn't caught up to me until now. I did the same thing to Zyoma. So me, Zyoma, Grez, and NASCAR Boy 90, Monkey, I'll refer to him as Monkey, we're the original team that created F1 2012. I believe Carter may have done a couple things, but his involvement wasn't nearly as big. He's more poke oh no. Many of the IndyCar stuff is him. All the F1 stuff is like me, Zyoma, Grez, Nas here and there. I did the same thing to Zyoma, and I brought him back recently, and I've apologized to him. We're working together again in a controlled environment. Although very spread out schedule, we are working together. And I did the same thing to him. He just kind of took it, which is, it's not okay. It's really not. I feel really bad about it, and I shouldn't have done it. But this all leads to a problem. Is that me rushing the developer means the finished product is crazily rushed. We never really had a schedule for anything. Like, when we made the update to Poke Oh No with the main menu and plans for a race mode, I think we added over 10 tracks. It was like 18. 18 or 19 tracks, something like that. Me and Carter did that in one day. I set up all the tracks, and then he'd add them to a place. He made the main menu, put in the music. He did everything. He did all that, all the scripting. I just set up the tracks. That was one day, but it took us. It took us like an entire day. I think it was a Saturday. We started Saturday morning. We released the game Saturday night. That's what it was like. We would do these things in one day and call it quits, and we'd be done. And we never update anything. And I want to change so badly, but if it's me in a leadership role, I simply can't do that. I just don't have patience. I'm young and I don't have patience. I don't know when I'm gonna learn it, or if I'm ever gonna learn it. I'm trying to lead people, but I'm just not a good leader. I'm not a good leader. I can't keep a Discord server open. I can't keep developers together. I can't keep friends around me, even in real life. I can't keep friends around me because I push everyone away, even if it's online communities. I think I briefly blocked Carter for a while, just out of spite, for no reason. It sucks. I am terrible. I am terrible, and I'm trying to fix everything. I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to rebuild something. One of the few things about Roblox is that I've been here so long. I think my account was created in 2013. I've been around a while, and the racing side of Roblox can get boring, and it has gotten boring for us before. We've had some long breaks before. I think I almost took about a year break, 1 year. But we get bored, and we try to make other games and other things to not get bored. Like I made before I was really into racing, I made myth games. And one of them I think you can still play. It's called Jonathan Smucker. It's up on my profile. And recently we made something called Bennington Files. It's something that we've branched off from racing, but it fulfills our curiosity of development and doing other things other than racing. Because the problem is that if we don't have that, then the racing stuff gets boring and we lose all motivation. So we kind of need something else, but we also need support for those other things. Otherwise, there's nothing to make. So we have to have some kind of backing, and I'm so happy that we do. We do have backing for what we're doing outside of racing, and that's great. But I'm not happy with the stuff that we made before. So the original F1 2012 that everyone loved so much, I hated it. It sounds crazy, but I hated the game that I published under my name. I hated it. Same for Poco No. I hated Poco No. Bubbles IndyCar, I hated it. And everything that I've made, I've hated. I'm never satisfied with it. And that is why these games never survive. And to address this, no, I don't shut down games and bring them back up later because of trying to surge player counts. Because think about it, logically, I would just lose player count every time. That wouldn't make any sense. It's because we oftentimes do tests and races, and someone will bring up something that I made a long time ago with another person, and they'll say, oh, well, what happened to that? Why don't we test that? And we'll do it, and we'll have fun again, and I'll put the game back up again, thinking everyone else will enjoy it. And then it repeats the cycle. I hate this game. I don't want to have this up. Let's take it down. And I finally did that for the final time about a month ago. So Bubble Studios, the group on Roblox, has had all the games taken down. I don't even know about Poco No. I think it might be up, might be down. I'm not really sure. But we figured if someone else can lead us in what we're doing and the games we're publishing, then maybe we can keep them up. And that's what we're trying. We're trying something new. I'm still going to be a part of these projects. I'm still going to try and direct them in some capacity, but I'm not going to be the owner. I can't be the owner. I can't. It's just not. It doesn't work. I've told people before. I've told my moderators before, and administrators, like, keep me in track. Don't let me do these. Don't let me do so and so. And I end up going back and like banning them or kicking them out later, which doesn't. It's just terrible. I'm terrible. I can't lead. I'm not built for it. So we decided to make a new server. It was called Rarez Couch. It's called Rarez Regiment now, and it's under Irony Rarez. And we've known him for a little while, but he's laid back, he's chill, and so far right now he's kind of over our Discord server. So he owns the Discord server and kind of runs everything. He's got his own council of people and he's trying to keep it active, and that's great. But we're gonna get hopefully a new game manager soon, so that we can keep stuff updated and not have any issues. That's the goal. I want to put out a game that will make me happy and make the players happy, which is really hard to do. But if I can do that, then I'll be fine. And I won't take anything down. It's just for so long, the hatred for the own things that I created, I just can't take it. And it doesn't help that most people now have switched to suspension or hinge chassis, which is considered more accurate to real life, and I haven't. So I mean, our cars are not supposed to be super realistic. We have some things that we try to make realistic, but I personally get hated on for not having realistic cars. That's another thing. It's other developer hate. Don't go attacking like Carter or Zyoma. They haven't done anything bad. They are great people. In fact, go support them. If Zyoma and his friend Brayden, if they ever make any public games, go support them and go play FRE. FRE right now is under a bunch of scrutiny because Roblox is not giving the game back to Carter. Carter's account got hacked, and that game got switched to another group. There's some speculation I've heard from his friends about what he's going to try to do to fix it. Hoping and praying to God he fixes it. Go support them. They haven't done anything wrong. Okay? Everything that was in the past is my doing. But that doesn't fix that there's other developers and other groups around this Roblox racing community that are genuinely not supportive. They won't support you in anything. You know, usually you think of developers coming together and working together. Recently, it's been developers working against each other and competition constantly. Something is either really good and you have to copy their idea, or something is really bad and you all trash it. And I disapprove of that. There is a certain community that has people like that. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'll keep that unnamed. But it is upsetting, and it demotivates me and my crew. We can't. Like, it's just, if we put something out that we're happy with, other developers hate on it, say it sucks, or even the player base, they hate it. So I think a prime example was when we switched Bubbles IndyCar to 2011, when we did the 2011 500. There's a select group of people that loved it, and then there was a majority that hated it because I don't know what we did wrong. I don't know. That was one of the few times I was happy with something, and I don't want to. Look, some things I make just to be happy. Other things I don't. Look, I wouldn't publish these games if I didn't think I was going to be successful and famous. I want to be cocky. I want to be prideful. Someone asked me like, "Oh yeah, you own this Roblox game? How much money you make?" Yeah, I want to be able to say that. I want to be able to say that. I want to be that person. But I've changed my mindset a little bit now. I want to also have the game actually be good and not a broken piece of trash. It's weird because me and Agent have talked about switching game engines and just making our own game from scratch. But the more we look into that, the more we realize Roblox is already such a good platform to publish things for free that we don't need to switch. It's just that the Roblox community right now, it hasn't been this way for a long time until recently. The Roblox player base is liking things that are worse. Like, you can have a scrap absolute dog game. And these little kids that play these games, they will eat it up, and they will take their parents' money, and they will throw their money at it. They're like, yes, brain rot, I love this. It wasn't like that. It didn't used to be like that. But it's hurting us. So I do wanna say thank you to the people that have stuck with me. People that have stuck with me, even through everything trash that I've done. And I want to say this publicly, an apology to anyone that I've done wrong, because I've done so many people wrong. There's a huge list of people, massive list, but mainly Carter, because Carter and me, we were tight, we were close, and it was always fun working with him. But I overworked him, and I rushed him, I demotivated him, even criticized him often behind his back. I want the main apology to go to him. So hopefully, with the new group we're making, we can produce things that people like and keep everything updated. Hopefully, I can bring back some old people that I really enjoyed being around. Hopefully, I never have to make one of these videos ever again, because this really does suck. This really sucks. Trying to talk to a community. I hope anyone that's done this before, it sucks. Just know it sucks. It really sucks. But I'll put the Discord server link in the description so you can keep track of our stuff. Me and Agent, we're gonna try and put up maybe like a roadmap of what we're gonna work on, what we want to work on, things like that. But I hope everyone took this to heart, or at least listened all the way through. If you didn't, it's fine. You know, this isn't for everyone. But please do support us. Please come join us. Advertise us if you can. And I guess that'll be it. I hope everyone has a good day or good night wherever you are in the world. And I'll probably be back soon uploading videos or going live. I'm not sure yet. It's my senior year in school. I'm already on Christmas break up until January. It's November 12th at the time of recording, so yeah, I'm out until January, so I'm going to be hanging out in that server a lot. We test stuff, we do races, we do other games. Please do join, and thank you all. See you next time.